And when I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
Well, we're on to Cincinnati.
It's my team. It's my quarterback.
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Hello? You play to win the game.
They want you to cook the dinner. At least they ought to let you shop for some of the groceries.
And on the way up, we're going to buy the kneecap off.
You kidding me? Playoffs?
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
How can you not be romantic about football, man?
Hallelujah! Welcome to Benched with Bonnetta. Week 1 is in the books, baby! We are on to week 2. I gotta tell you, if you guys are in your lovely, cozy little cars right now and you're listening to this podcast, God bless. Thanks for listening. But you're missing a whole dang studio show with like graphics and crazy intro things. It's fancy. Like, we got a real show on our hands. There are so many people in the booth back there making this show work. You got Mohan that we put in front of a green screen last week. This has got to be the best decision that we've all ever made. Currently, he's on the moon. And you can't see him on the moon if you're driving in your car listening to this podcast, okay? But one thing that I really wanted to do right off the top of the show, we threatened this last week, Mo. If you say anything, if you have any crazy takes that are just, we don't want to broadcast them on this show, we're putting you in jail. Put him in jail, folks.
I didn't even say anything yet.
Okay, so we do need to work on this because right now he's just in the middle of the jail. He's not even in a cell. He's just walking
I'm
around.
the warden.
You're not.
I'm calling the shots in the jail.
You're not the warden.
Looks like it.
It does look like it, which is a problem, which we need to fix next week. We need bars
Workshopping
in front of this guy.
We'll fix it.
So, Mohan, just know I don't want to have to, as one of your best friends, I don't want to have to send you to jail. Look at me and I look serious.
You want to.
I don't want to have to send you to jail.
You definitely want to.
But I will at any point in time. And you know what, Graver?
Graver will break me out.
Graver?
If you send me to jail.
I'm going to give you the power to also put Mohan in jail.
Oh, don't give me power.
No.
And you know what? Anybody in the back there, there's so many people, so many beautiful people, smart minds that are working on the show. You can see them all behind Graver. Any one of you guys, if you want to put Mohan in jail at any point in time, you just raise your hand. We'll make that happen.
This is like a dunk tank.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is. Okay, you can put Mohan back on the moon.
Yeah, give me back.
Put him back on the moon. Guys, week 1 is in the books. Right now, as we are recording, Thursday Night Football is happening. And I gotta say, the new set, the cast, the crew of Thursday Night Football on Prime looks pretty dang good. Shout out to my girl, Krista Thompson. She looks awesome, too. What a fun crew. This is going to be a crazy game. Chargers, Chiefs. By the time you are listening to this, it will have already happened. So maybe just let's do 2 different reactions. Oh my God. Whoa. What a game. That was 75 points were scored. That was crazy, right, Mohan?
Patrick Mahomes is really good.
Patrick Mahomes is so good. Okay, no, let's do it.
Wow, the Chargers defense.
Oh my goodness. Not even a single point was scored from the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is nobody.
Did we go too extreme on these 2 reactions?
There's no in between. Either one of those things has to happen. We're so excited to watch this game. But first things first, there was a lot of viral moments that happened this week, and that's what we like to talk about on this show. Some things that went down during the week. We're going to rehash them. I think one of the biggest things that happened this week was just like every single person and their grandmother hating on Russell Wilson. He got booed when he was entering Seattle's home. Can we hear that, please?
I can't believe they booed him.
That's so mean.
Oh, look at the faces. It's one thing to get booed literally anywhere, but to get booed there at that stadium.
Like, he brought them Super Bowls.
I didn't think that he was going to have... Did any of you guys expect this? Obviously, we're not Seahawks fans, so we don't know what they're feeling, but I did not expect... I thought that it was going to be... I don't know. He didn't leave like middle finger to the sky.
No, he deserved more than that.
I think he deserved a little bit more respect. What do you think, Mo?
I agree. I wish that they gave him like a video tribute situation.
Just something. It's like one little pest started it, and then it just erupted like the wave, which I also hate.
If they gave him a video tribute, like who does that really hurt at the end of the day?
Yeah,
it's a
he
minute-long
gave so
video.
much.
And that's it.
Also, he's not a polarizing figure. Like, he's dorky,
corny,
but like he's a lovable dork, which leads me to maybe one of my favorite segments that we've done in a while. I want to talk about who is the most bullied quarterback in the league. And I've got a little power ranking situation set up. So let's quickly go through them. Number 1, it's got to be Russ. But he doesn't help himself with the let's ride and I was going through his TikTok. Just do yourself a favor, you guys listening at home. If you got TikTok, just go peruse his TikTok. You know it's going to be bad. Russell Wilson on TikTok, just full of laughs. There's dancing. There's a lot of dancing. So I don't even think I need to say anymore. Would you guys agree, number 1, Russell Wilson, most bullied?
If this is current right now, I do agree, yes.
Okay. I think yes, we're talking bullied after week 1, but I do think he kind of takes the cake across the board.
Yeah, this whole offseason,
This whole offseason has been brutal. And you know what? He's taken it in stride.
Yeah.
I do still like him. Number 2, this could be after week 1. This could also be of just now. I got to go Jared Goff. It was happening on the Rams. I feel like we got an extra glimpse into his life when they were on Hard Knocks. And just seeing his whole vibe, although he did have a really sweet golf setup in his backyard on Hard Knocks, if you guys remember that.
Back when he was with the Rams.
This season they didn't give him any love, really.
Well, because I think that he's just been roasted so much in his life that he's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want anyone to know me anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going Jared Goff, number 2. Agreed?
I don't know if I think he belongs on this list, but we'll get to some guys that I think maybe should be number 2.
Okay, you came prepared. I love this. Okay, and then number 3, not in any particular order. I just feel like these guys get it the worst. Kirk Cousins. You like that? Obviously. Carson Wentz on the Eagles and then went to the Colts, and now he's on the Commanders. He's just always going to get it. I feel bad for him, too. And then also, guys, honestly, maybe we should just put Baker at number 1.
I think Baker should go.
People love to hate Baker Mayfield. Doesn't matter if I feel like the better he did last year on the Browns, just the worse it all got. When he was chugging beers at that baseball game, who cares, people?
The commercials.
A lot of people cared. The commercials, don't even get me started. He's not on commercials this year.
So far,
I guess. Do you think that they've got some stockpiled and they're going to start putting them out if the Panthers start to win?
They said that they didn't do any more progressive at home with Baker Mayfield. There's no more of those planned.
And that's
right
a shame because he's a great actor.
I agree. They asked him about he had 5 balls batted down at the line at week 1 against the Browns, and they asked what's he going to do to rectify that against the Giants in week 2, and he said, I'm going to lay on an inverted table a little bit, stretch out, get taller. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And I relate to that because he's also a short king. And
we love short kings on the show.
Shout out short kings. And you can't hate on him because it's not his fault he's not that tall. And I'm glad he has a sense of humor about it.
He has a sense of humor. Listen, if you are actively hating Baker Mayfield at your just in your life, you're wasting so much time. He's so fun to love. So hop on board. Okay, who have I missed on this list?
So I would put Baker and Wentz above Goff. I do think Goff gets unfairly criticized. People treat him like he's the worst quarterback in the league when he's probably league average.
Yeah.
But Wentz gets the same deal, and I think Wentz is a little better than Goff. He makes those backbreaking mistakes, but he had a great debut for Washington. He did throw 2 pretty terrible
4 touchdowns
interceptions.
though, right?
Yeah, but over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Baker too, and then some other guys just to put on the list lower down. Joe Flacco has been bullied for years.
Man,
Is he elite? Has been the biggest quarterback meme.
Yes.
And I also think Tyreek Hill, his comments over the offseason resulted in maybe unintentional Tua bullying.
I feel like people have been bullying Tua even before that, too.
Yes,
this
agreed.
wonder kid coming into the league. Everyone was expecting so much of him, and then he hasn't really shown us what he showed us in college yet. So I think people were just already jumping on him before that stuff. Mo, did I miss anybody?
No, I agree with the 2. I'm glad he won week 1, but.
Okay, well, let us know at home if we have missed anybody that should be on the most bullied list. Maybe it's just people that I bully secretly. Ooh. Okay, and then on the opposite end of that, I wanted to do another power ranking of the opposite of those quarterbacks. Who has the most swag? Who is you're staying away from on the playground because you're this is the popular kid. This is cool. This guy's too cool. He's got so much swag. Number 1. After week 1, we got to get our guy, Geno Smith, on there. Game day view. I'm with Greg Rosenthal. We both love this guy so much. That post-game presser. Do we have this guy's sound? Let's play it if we do.
For the folks you said had written you off, maybe, what do you say to them?
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
All right. Congratulations, Geno.
Somebody somebody has to bring him onto a song, and that's just like it's just such a great line, such a great bar. It belongs somewhere that we can just hear it over and over again. It's so good. I started to write a poem with that at the beginning, and I was like, I can't ruin it. I can't make it bad because it's so good. So Geno Smith, you are on the top of our popularity list right now. Number 2, Pat Mahomes just always up there because of his swag. Like, even he could have a bad week, but like the underhand tosses, he's just too cool. He's too cool for school. He's not going on TikToks like his brother. He doesn't need any of that stuff. He's just showing up playing ball, and he doesn't care. So Patrick Mahomes is just going to always stay in the top 3 to me. And then number 3, I put Lamar Jackson. There's just a level of swag to him that, like, doesn't need an agent, doesn't need to, like, hires his mom to take care of his business, like, is just so confident that he's going to continually kill it. He's just like, I'm going to make my money, no problem. I got my mom handling it. That's a level of swag that, none of us will ever reach. I really wanted to put Josh Allen on this board, and obviously he balled out on Thursday Night Football, and I can't wait to watch them again this weekend, but there's something about him that I couldn't really describe as swaggy. Like, maybe he's just because he plays for Buffalo, he's got this, like, boy face, and he reminds me of a kid that I, like, went to high school with in my, like, small-ass town of Orono, Ontario. You know what I mean? Like, does it say swag to you?
I think Josh Allen should be number 1 on the list.
I think Joe Burrow should be number 1 on the list.
After week 1?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Week 1. If that extra point doesn't get blocked by Minkah Fitzpatrick, the narrative this past week is Joe Burrow plays through adversity, overcomes so many interceptions, and leads them to a win.
Did you see his outfit, though, pre-game?
Well, his outfits are ridiculous, but he wears them with such confidence that I think that's where the swag factor comes in.
But here's the problem. Some of his outfits are crazy, and I'll give you that. But before last week, he rolled in like a T-shirt, and I was just like, oh, something's off. Something's off.
Maybe that's
why I need a wide-brimmed hat. Yeah. I need a razor-thin sunglass.
Smoking cigars in a locker room? Like, come on, this guy's swaggy.
But here's the thing. We're talking about after week 1. So I'm not putting Joe Burrow on that list.
Let me go back to Josh. After the stiff arm in week 1, Devin Singletary told the media afterwards that Josh Allen was laughing the entire time. Like, while he was doing the stiff arm.
Okay,
like,
screw it. Put him at number 1 with Geno Smith. I'm in the wrong.
I thought of a quarterback that we didn't mention getting bullied. Kyler Murray.
He deserves it.
But he still gets bullied a lot.
You're right. Yeah. He does take it. But I feel like he puts it out like he...
Stop playing video games.
Stop playing video games. The letter with your...
Something about OU quarterbacks,
I don't know. Okay, guys, let us know if our power rankings are way off. You can bully me for leaving Josh Allen off that list. Okay, Buffalo, I'm ready for it. Okay, and one more thing before we go to break. Let's get a gossip update.
It's time for Benched Buzz. We're bringing you all the hottest goss from the NFL world. Let's go live to our feature correspondent, Rachel Bonnetta.
This is quickly becoming my favorite part of the show.
You love it.
It's so good. Okay, so we've got some Giselle and Tom updates for you, okay? Giselle was interviewed, I think, by Elle. Something like Fashion Magazine.
Yes, it was Elle.
She was looking beautiful. She was looking gorgeous. She was riding a motorcycle. She actually spoke about Tom coming out of retirement, which I thought was kind of crazy because they've both been hush-hush about this whole thing. And you would think if they're trying to mend things, I don't know, it's like maybe I was a PR representative in a past life. I would say, like, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. So, get us all to shut up. Get Benched with Bonnetta to stop doing the gossip update. Benched Buzz needs to be no longer a thing. But she's just feeding the machine, Giselle is. She said, I would like him to be more present. I have definitely had those conversations with him over and over again. Not just a one over again, over and over again. I think this is so spicy. This tells me that things are dicey, and she left, and Tom chased after her and tried to, and now she's just like, you know, when somebody is clearly in the wrong in the relationship, that other person just gains this like automatic power, and it's like, well, I can do whatever I want, and you're gonna make me dinner, okay? And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I feel like Giselle's in that mode right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Elle and I'm gonna tell them how I'm really feeling. So she is in her zone.
Yes.
And then I thought this was spicy as well. Tom on Monday, post Sunday Night Football, post the win against the Cowboys. This is what he said. I woke up Monday and was like, holy bleep. You look at your arm and you got bruises, you got cuts, and you go, okay, how much longer do I want to make this commitment?
Ooh.
Is he going to retire midseason? No,
No.
right? That's
I
crazy.
predicted that.
Justin
weeks
did.
ago.
Justin
You
did. I do
did.
remember
but
that.
this is telling me that it might happen. But
If the
what
Bucks
a way.
lose to the Saints or something,
No.
I am good. I'm sorry. I'm Team Giselle.
Not this week,
I'm Team
but-
Giselle all the way. But if this is how Tom Brady goes out, that is going to bum me out.
really? Girl power.
No, sure. It would have been girl power if Tom retired and stayed retired.
Yeah,
because
true.
that would have been the right thing to do. If this is actually really upsetting your wife and your family,
Yeah.
stay retired. Now you're here. And for Giselle, if I was in Giselle's position, I'd be like, you better go and win another Super Bowl. If you're doing all of this crap
Make it
now,
worth
you
it.
better go make it worth it and prove it to me why you went back. If you go back and created all of this tension and all this drama and then you retire mid-season, that's not going to be a good look.
I think this Giselle interview is also some PR control. Like, she knows, everyone knows Tom Brady is so popular and so loved by the football community and so well respected that she's got to get out there and be like, look, I have, a valid, what I'm saying is valid, and here's the reasons why.
You think she's
kind of
getting like,
thing.
well, football fans are also ruthless online and on social media. I'm sure she's just getting a slew of like, just let Tom play.
Well, yeah,
Don't
that's
ruin it for us.
Don't ruin this for us. He's the greatest athlete we've ever seen.
That's
But
kinda
she's
sad.
also a superstar.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she needed to put her foot down, and I love that for her.
I love
We're
it, too.
Team Giselle. Okay, we're going to keep you guys updated with Benched Buzz. It is my favorite part of the show. I'm not going to lie. Okay, coming up, we are going to do Pick 6. We're breaking down 6 of our favorite games on the slate. So don't go anywhere.
Look at your neighbor and say, secure the bag.
It's time for Pick 6 presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Every single week, we are going to break down 6 of our favorite games from the slate. This is rude. Whoever put in... This is 6 out of however many games there were, but you guys just chose to put this in my face. I went 2-4 last week. Mohan and Justin, you both went 4-2.
That's right. That's right.
But I just want to say I was the only one that wasn't super chalky. I was making some predictions. I was making some moves. I picked the Lions last week. Oh, it doesn't look so dumb now,
Right.
does it?
If we had been picking against the spread last week, you would have done better. But last week we were picking straight up. But we're changing things to help you this week.
Okay, well, we will adjust the standings accordingly. All right, game 1, Colts at Jags. Jags are the underdogs. Colts are favored by 3.5 points. I gotta go Colts here. I know that they're gonna have like a weird little that last game to knock them out of the playoffs last season against the Jags, and they lost and then last week that was a weird game also. Matty Ice, Jonathan Taylor, they gotta start cooking here. I am going Colts. Also, I don't know if you guys saw Trevor Lawrence's pump up speech before the Jags took the field maybe last week. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. I highly recommend Googling it.
Really boring?
Hey, guys, let's go out there and let's win this football game.
Mm.
It was atrocious. What are you guys going with?
Mohan, you go first.
I'm going to go with the Colts as well. I think they're going to get a little revenge. It's going to be a blowout. Matty Ice is going to feel comfortable.
I love that. Justin, I just saw your pick.
The Jags are winning this game.
What a maniac!
Not only will they cover the 3.5 points, they're winning this game. Frank Reich has never won as the head coach of the Colts in Jacksonville. Never.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
First time for anything.
There's some voodoo going on when the Colts go to Jacksonville, and I am just such a biased hater against the Colts because of my Titans fandom.
There you go. It all comes out.
But I
There's the truth.
really think the Jaguars last week, they could have beat the Commanders, who are probably not as good as the Colts, but they got in the red zone multiple times. Lawrence overthrew Etienne on a sure touchdown. Etienne dropped a fourth down that was a sure touchdown. They had their chance. They were moving the ball. They made the comeback in that game, and then they just couldn't close it out.
You're out of your mind.
I do not think the Colts are as good a team as everyone thinks, and I think the Jaguars are going to pull this upset
Last
off.
year they were so good. They just had the one wonky game at the end that made us all like scratching our heads. I guess they've got a new.
They went 0-2 against Titans last year.
Okay, all right. We're moving on. Game 2, Commanders at Lions. Lions are the favorite. They're only favored by 1 point. But I am going Lions. Y'all were looking at me like I was a crazy person last week, taking the Lions over the Eagles. And guess what? They almost freaking did it, baby. They almost did it. This team's got fight. I'm going Lions over the Commanders. Commanders, I know that Carson Wentz threw 4 touchdowns last week. He also had 2 picks. It was also against the Jags. So no.
Correct.
I'm gonna go with the Lions as well. This is the first time they're favored in a football game since 2020.
That warms my heart and also makes me
They
sad.
deserve this.
That makes me think that
Stop it.
I'm picking the Lions.
Make it a clean sweep.
Sweep it.
Thank you.
I am picking the Lions with reservations because I love the underdog mentality that the Lions have.
Yep.
But now that they're not underdogs, they're technically not underdogs.
Give them that little bit of
It scares me. I'm just saying it scares me. I'm picking the Lions, but it scares me.
I'm excited for this game, actually. Okay, game 3, Dolphins at Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3.5. Listen to this. The last time these two teams played in Baltimore was like 2017, and Miami lost that game 40-0. Didn't put a single score on that board. I am taking the Dolphins to cover. I'm taking them to keep it close, but I do think that the Ravens are going to win. Mo, what do you got?
I'm going Dolphins with the upset. It's 2 at time. They got Hill, Mike McDaniel.
They just beat the Patriots.
Beat the Patriots. They got the confidence.
Okay.
I'm also going with the Dolphins to cover this, but it makes me nervous that we all pick the Dolphins because the Ravens are good. But the last time they played not in Baltimore, but just last year, the Dolphins defense went with a crazy. They played cover 0 and blitzed on I think at the time last year it was the highest percentage of blitzes for the season, maybe bigger than that. It was a crazy number of blitzes, and the Ravens offense had no answer for it. The Dolphins won 22-10.
Let's see what they got.
Same defensive coordinator in Miami, even though they changed head coaches.
Maybe Ravens will have a plan this time.
Yeah, maybe they will. So I'm nervous that we all pick the Dolphins, but I do think they will cover this.
Okay, next game, Bucs at Saints. The Bucs are favored by 2.5, and I have them covering that number. Just like we were talking about in Benched Buzz. Tom's got to prove it. Tom's got to prove why he is still showing up on Monday with the bruises and the cuts and the everything. And Jameis is still talking about his extremities and the wrist equals the leg. And what was he even talking about the other day?
Head, shoulder, knees, and toes.
I don't know. I know everyone's excited about the Saints this season, and so am I. But I'm going Bucs here. Mo, what do you got?
I'm going the Saints to cover. The entire Bucs roster, I feel like, is on the injury report, and I don't think Brady has ever beat a Saints team when he's on
in the regular season.
In the regular season.
Away?
No, against the Saints team.
The Bucs have not beat the Saints with Tom Brady at quarterback.
Yeah. I botched that. Thank you.
Except for the playoff game.
But which game really mattered?
Yes, that game did matter the most. I got the Saints covering too, though. Okay. 2.5 points. Saints defense frustrates Tom Brady. I don't know what it is, but I think they can do this.
That'll be an exciting game as well. Okay.
Plus, Chris Godwin, is he playing? There's a lot of injuries on
Everyone's hurt.
Okay, maybe I'll change my pick. Seahawks at 49ers. This is the most disrespectful line of the week. Woo, 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 disrespect. The 49ers are favored by 8.5. At home, I get it, they're at home. What did we see from the 49ers last week that we didn't see from the Seahawks that's making what's going on in Vegas that this is happening? I don't get it. Geno balled out. It was so much fun to watch him play. The 49ers, what did we see from Trey? Not much. They were in a swamp the entire time. Guess what? It's raining again at home this week.
But not a monsoon.
Well, doesn't matter.
I feel like this is what the line was. If you had look-ahead lines before they played Week 1 games, this line would have made sense to me.
Maybe somebody just forgot to adjust it.
Yeah, but I think the Vegas formula is they don't overreact too much to 1 week, but this is a whole new season, and we had preconceived notions that may not be true.
Oh, Gino!
I think the Seahawks could win this game. They're definitely covering 8.5 points. This is a crazy line.
Let's go.
I'm going the other way.
No.
I'm going. The Niners are gonna cover. They're gonna blow them.
Do you believe in Trey Lance?
I do.
Oh.
I believe in Shanahan. I think they're gonna make adjustments, and they're gonna.
Kittle playing in this game?
He did not practice yet.
Did not
this
practice.
week.
Interesting, Mohan.
They don't need him.
Interesting, Mohan. Interesting. Okay, and then the final game, Bengals at Cowboys. Cowboys have just been riddled with some bad news the past few years. Dak Prescott obviously out for this game and other games. Bengals are favored by 7. They had such a bad game. Joe Burrow had such a bad game. Like, this can't happen again, right? He's got to show up with a nice, clean, crisp outfit. He's got to ball out. The Cowboys didn't do great against the Bucs. I feel like they're a total stoppable team. What are you guys going with?
I'm going with the Bengals to cover. I think Justin mentioned this earlier. He had 5 turnovers. Burrow had 5 turnovers, and he still put the team in a position to win twice if it wasn't for an extra point. I think they're going to be more polished and ready to go.
Justin.
That is fair, and I think the Bengals will be a lot better this week, but their offensive line concerns me, and if the Cowboys do one thing well, it's rush the passer with Micah Parsons and that defensive line.
But guess what? Look at Joe Burrow. He got mangled all last year, and he still ended up being in the Super Bowl. And I feel like tell me if this is totally dumb. He got all of this protection in this offseason, right? Because he got so messed up
they signed guys, but they didn't look any better last week.
But what I'm saying is maybe he's just so used to all of this pressure that he is great at just like flinging it really quickly, and he had maybe like a little bit more time this past week, or he's just getting used to having a different line protecting him, and that's why he threw so many interceptions.
I do think that there's something to that, and Burrow is really good under pressure and navigating the pocket, but he still took 7 sacks last week. And I think the Bengals are going to win this game, but I think the Cowboys defense is going to keep it close long enough that 7 points is just too big of a number.
I love it.
So I'm taking Cowboys plus 7.
I love the drama. Okay, this is a nice mix here. This is going to be fun. Who is going to come out on top next week? We shall see. DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code DK1 for a special offer when you sign up. All right, it is time for the debut of Mohan's Minute. After this, have you just been sweating it out over there?
I'm pinning that over here.
New segment alert coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I'm nervous. It is time for Mohan's Minute. Every week, Mohan's going to get about a minute or 5 if he disobeys the rules. And you're going to have some takes. We don't know what these takes are. Graver and I have got our finger on the hot button of jail. So just be wary that you could potentially be out of here. What are your takes, Mohan?
All right. Well, I'd like to open this up with I'm in the business of not hot takes, but the right take. So I'm going to start this off with an NFL take.
Okay.
And Aaron Rodgers is getting a lot of crap for being mean to his receivers. His receivers aren't good. They're young.
Yep.
I think he should take the kill him with kindness approach. I understand that he's MVP caliber player. He has a lot riding on his career. He needs another Super Bowl to like solidify, his Hall of Fame stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think don't be out there being like, my patience is going to wear thin. How's that going to make anyone feel better? They're nervous already coming in, playing with him. Just be nice. That's not a bad take.
That's such a Disney take. Like, what do you mean? It's Aaron Rodgers. Got to have a little bit of fire.
Have you ever heard about Tom Brady yelling at everybody?
Tom Brady is allowed to do that. He's the greatest of all time.
I yell at you before every single show of Bench with Bonnetta, and guess what? You show up and you perform.
No, but think about how much better I could be if you lifted me up.
I've never done that once in my life, and you're
I know, but imagine if that happens.
You're thriving with this.
You guys really think that's a crazy take?
I just don't like it. I loved this about Rodgers. This is what he said. We've got to have patience with those guys. This is what he was saying about his receivers. The patience will get thinner as the season goes on. They've got to feel. You play for the Green Bay Packers.
Pressure. I actually don't think it's a crazy take. I just wanted to put you in jail.
Yeah. And we're going to put you in jail for this next take, too.
Well, maybe don't take that contract and use that money to get receivers.
Clock's ticking, Mohan.
Okay, all right.
You're back on the moon.
My second one, Rachel, you already know how I feel about this, and I know your answer, but I just don't understand the concept of paying money to be scared. And I'm talking about scary movies. I'm talking about haunted houses, haunted corn mazes, whatever it may be. Why would I pay money to be scared?
I know where this is coming
Makes
from.
zero sense for me. I'm a jumpy person to begin with.
Jail, absolutely jail. Absolutely jail. Listen, my birthday is soon. It's in October, so every year I try to have a spooky birthday. And Mohan, every single year, absolutely hates it. I have costume parties. He shows up, and I'm like, blood, gore, like show up dead, and he like shows up as the Wolverine with like tinfoil knuckles. Like is so anti anything scary. He's not even coming to like my birthday celebration this year because I want to do it at Halloween Horror Nights, and he's out. He can't be bothered.
Can I try to explain the why that you like literally just answer your question without making fun of you or anything?
Thank you. Can you get me out of jail? This is
put him in a haunted house.
I think that if the idea was like paying people to actually attack you in some way, then
they're not allowed to touch you.
I would totally get where you're coming from, but I think part of it is like in the real world, you can't be scared and feel safe at the same time. But with a horror movie or a haunted house, you can get the experience of being scared, but know in the back of your mind you're actually still just safe.
I hear you. I don't like jump scares. I'm a jumpy person. I don't like any of that. I think I would prefer going to a real life murder mystery party where someone other than me got murdered.
Been there.
No, but like
You've
in
been
real
there
life.
We didn't murder you because
we
know that you're scared of everything.
It doesn't make sense to pay money to have
before we end this, I know what I want from the benched team for my birthday. You guys know on Ellen how she used to send her producer through a haunted house?
Yes.
That's what I would like, please. That's what I would like for my birthday.
Team?
We can set it up. We can get it done. Mohan's going
Thumbs
through a
up
haunted house.
from the
I'm
team.
seeing lots of thumbs ups. Okay. Jail. Okay, Mohan, that was great. Before we go, let's get to the best and the worst thing that I saw all week. Look at this. Mike McDaniels says as an assistant coach, he used to be able to make it from Sunday to Wednesday without showering. and he can't do that as a head coach anymore. This is so gnarly. I understand he's busy. Guess what? So am I. We all are. We still find time to shower because we work with other people. It's called hygiene. Come on now. And our good friend Andrew Hawkins, I believe, confirmed this. He retweeted it and said, "Can confirm."
Yeah.
So Mike McDaniel was walking around like a little stink bomb. Ay. Also, why would you tell... This is what Okay, I'm just saying this right now. Mike McDaniel is my favorite coach in the NFL currently.
My coach of the year pick.
Oh, Dan Campbell's not as quirky. I love quirky. Mike McDaniel is so fun. And like he probably didn't even register that this was going to be a thing that like went viral, but it did. And I just love that about him. He's just like so open.
He's just being honest.
He's just being honest.
He just is himself all the time,
stand.
which is refreshing because NFL coaches are so often just robots.
And they just say the same thing over and over again. How tall is Mike McDaniel? Is he a short king?
I don't think so. I think I know the whole community.
5'9".
Yeah, I know.
He's 5'9".
I know
He's
everybody.
a tall king. You know everybody in the short king community.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing that I really didn't like to see this week is Kareem and Nick being called Chunt.
Oh, boy.
That's their new nickname.
That's tough.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, Kareem.
Yeah, we get that, Graver. We get that.
It makes perfect sense to me why
so
someone
you're
would think
gonna
of
be
this.
calling them that?
No,
all
I
the
hate
time?
the sound of it because you take that H out.
Yeah,
and it
we
gets
know.
We get
real
it, Graver.
dicey.
We get
Put him in jail.
We get it. Put Graver in jail. Is that possible? No? Okay, well then put Mohan in jail. It's fine. By way of... Okay, guys, that is our show. That was a really fun one. Week 2 is coming up. Enjoy all of the football. We love hanging out with you. And hey, I don't know if you've heard this. I don't know if you've seen the Nate Burleson commercials, but NFL Plus is the league's new exclusive video streaming subscription service. NFL Plus has your game day covered with live, local, and primetime regular season and postseason games right on your phone or tablet. NFL Plus is available in the NFL app and at NFL.com. Subscription plans start at just $4.99 a month. Fans can visit plus.nfl.com and sign up for a free trial of NFL Plus today. And a reminder, if you're listening, this podcast streams live on the NFL channel every Tuesday and Friday. I think we're on YouTube. No.
We are on YouTube, but we'd prefer people watch this on the
Watch
NFL
us on
channel.
the tube, on the television.
NFL.com/NFL channel, or if you have a Roku or a phone, just go to the NFL app. There's a little thing right there that says NFL channel. It's
But
like,
this is fancy. This
it's
is a
like
fancy
TV.
show, guys. You want to watch it.
There's
you want to watch it on your TV.
It's not an on-demand thing. I don't think people understand this. It's like it has a schedule and we air, and so our show airs on Tuesdays and Fridays at.
Just find it. Just do your research, people. Look hard, okay?
Can't believe I just did that.
We have so much fun on this show, so come and join us. Watch us. I'm in overalls, okay? So just tune in for that. And I still have hair dye in my head from being Mike McDaniel today. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at @bench_pod to see the videos and clips we talk about each week with your own eyeballs. We love you. Happy football. Bye.